Imagine being the only magicless person in a magic academy. That's my life, Elara Vanya, resident pariah. Today, Kalen Thorne, a silver-haired walking ego, decided to showcase my spectacular ineptitude. Still can't even conjure a light orb, Vanya? Pathetic, he sneered as my mana flickered out. My punishment? Dusting the entire Grand Academy library. Because nothing says failure like a feather duster. As I swiped at an ancient tome, a bizarre blue interface materialized mid-air, right in front of my face. Skill synthesis activated. Dusting skill found. It blared. Was I finally losing my mind? Or had my life just taken a truly absurd turn? Remember that skill synthesis system I accidentally activated? Yeah, it turns out it's just as pathetic as I am. I thought, okay, Elara, time to get smart. What happens if I combine dusting skill with reading skill? I mean, books get dusty, right? The system word, and poof, dusty red, appeared. It makes books slightly dusty. Slightly. Then, a mischievous dust sprite decided to play tag with my book cart. I tripped, books everywhere. Of course, Kalen Thorne, with his perfect hair and smug face, had to witness my utter humiliation. Is that your new magic, librarian? Very dusty, he sneered. As I cleaned up, that obnoxious dust sprite winked at me, then zipped away, leaving me utterly defeated. Seriously, what did I even unlock?
Turns out, my skill synthesis system is less power-up and more chaos generator. I tried combining quiet footsteps with books stacking, hoping for a silent tower, but instead got silent stack, which promptly malfunctioned. Books everywhere, of course. My talent for disaster is truly unmatched. This accident finally caught the attention of Arch-Librarian Seraphina. Her office felt colder than a necromancer's fridge. She called my behavior a blight, threatening my position if I kept creating chaos. Even with a system, I'm just a walking failure. Her cold stare as I left felt like a dismissal letter in advance. Am I doomed?
Seriously, is my life just a cosmic joke? First, a dusty red skill, then Arch-Librarian Seraphina breathing down my neck. Now, while tidying the ancient scrolls, I found minor air manipulation. Combined with page turning, it somehow birthed page-turning Vortex. I just wanted to organize some books, but it decided to become a chaotic mini-tornado in the Grand Academy Library. It ripped a spell scroll right out of Kalen Thorne's hand during his precious training. He's furious, of course. But then, Professor Eldrin, the eccentric old sage, steps forward, a strange glint in his eye, muttering, "Interesting, very interesting indeed." Oh.
So, my accidental book tornado actually got me noticed by someone other than the Arch-Librarian. Imagine that. Professor Eldrin, a man whose study looks like a dragon's hoard of forgotten knowledge, invited me over. He rambled about system integration and skill echo abilities from ancient texts, convinced my skill synthesis system is a dormant relic capable of infinite power. Me? I'm still making dust bunnies. I tried combining cleaning skill with minor illusion. The result? A slightly shiny, utterly fake dust bunny. Revolutionary, I know. I'm starting to think infinite power just means infinite ways to be underwhelming. As I left, I heard Eldrin mutter, "Such power. I hope she can control it if it truly awakens." Seriously, did anyone else feel like their life was just a series of escalating paper cuts? Just when I thought my system only made fake dust bunnies, Lyra's enchanted quill went rogue, scrawling chaos across the Grand Library. Seeing her distress, I had to try something. I grabbed an old manual, a mana crystal, and combined quill control with mana infusion. The system word, spitting out arcane scribe. Suddenly, the rogue quill straightened, writing Lyra's assignment perfectly, as if it had a mind of its own. Even Kalen, the resident arrogant jerk, watched in stunned silence. His face said it all. That's actually useful. Maybe this system isn't just for chaos after all.
They called it library maintenance, but it felt more like a purge. Arch-Librarian Seraphina unleashed ancient book golems, attacking students under the guise of cleansing the Grand Academy Library. Chaos erupted, pages flew, and then I saw Lyra, cornered, about to be crushed by a monstrous tome golem. Something snapped. My system screamed, "Synthesis critical." In a surge of pure desperation and rage, Book Golem Summon merged with Library Knowledge Absorption, forging sentient tome dominion. And now, the library's power isn't just within these walls. It's mine, and a massive, glowing book golem rises behind me, its ancient eyes burning, waiting for my command. You thought I was just a librarian? Think again. Seraphina's book golems were crushing students, but my system awakened. Sentient Tome Dominion wasn't just a fancy name. It was an army. Glowing, enhanced golems surged forward, tearing through Seraphina's constructs like paper. Lyra was safe, cowering but wide-eyed. I wasn't just fighting back. I was controlling the entire battlefield, rescuing students, blocking attacks. Kalen Thorne, Mr. Natural Talent, just stood there, jaw on the floor. He finally saw it, the true power behind this pathetic librarian. Seraphina tried to flee, her arrogant smirk replaced by pure terror. But I wasn't done. My eyes glowed with synthesized mana. My biggest golem moved, blocking her escape. You will answer for this.
I had her. Seraphina was cornered, her book golem shattered. She tried one last desperate attack, a dark energy bolt, but my synthesized shield shrugged it off like it was dust. The look on her face? Priceless. Then she pulled out some glowing artifact, muttered about the true key in the archives, and just vanished. Poof. Typical villain escape, right? Professor Eldrin showed up, looking like he'd seen a ghost, or maybe just me. He just stared, that mix of awe and terror in his eyes. My hand still hummed with power. What have I become? What happens when the weakest librarian accidentally becomes reality's undoing? Last time, Seraphina escaped my book golem wrath, but honestly, that's a problem. My problem? This librarian's synthesis system is getting a little too good. I just wanted to organize a shelf. Seriously, just one book. But my system glitched, combining minor gravity control and spatial distortion. The result? Localized reality warping. Suddenly, a 50-foot section of the Grand Academy Library, wall, shelves, everything started rippling, then just floated upside down. Kalen and Lyra watched in pure terror as I nearly collapsed the entire wing. I managed to revert it barely, but now I have gravitational singularity unstable. My powers are spiraling. I think I broke reality. My powers were spiraling, but apparently Arch-Librarian Seraphina's ambitions were far worse. Deep in the forgotten archives, she activated some ancient relic, threatening to reset all knowledge, trapping us in static reality. Kalen, Lyra, Professor Eldrin, and I confronted her, but she was like a god within those dusty halls. Her powers seemed absolute. But you know me, I improvise. Temporal stasis plus dimensional storage plus omniscient archive equals cosmic library. The archives suddenly twisted, folding into a swirling vortex of stars and glowing books around me. Seraphina's smug grin? Gone. Pure terror.
Arch-Librarian Seraphina tried to reset reality itself, but I had other plans, namely turning the entire archives into a cosmic weapon around me. She activated her artifact expecting oblivion, but it just fizzled. Seriously, fizzled. I then casually conjured a binding tome that swallowed her whole. But switching off the cosmic library? That was harder. I accidentally spawned a mini black hole, then unspawned it with a thought. Kalen, Lyra, and even Eldrin looked terrified. My system popped up. Universal anomaly detected. New synthesis available. Dimensional weave. My librarian life is officially over. What even is dimensional weave?